Hey, blessings everyone. This is Yanni, the only allergist. I don't know when I'm going to post this. Um, this is important content. So I posted a video talk asking open discussion question for what is the worst thing that was put in Locs, and I was telling my funny story about what was done to my hair years ago before when I first started my Loc journey when I was working in Manhattan at a VA hospital. And though it was funny, it was a real story and what happened to a friend of mine when he used Bijan. But what inspired this video is some of the comments you guys left really inspired this video, right? And a lot of you, actually, I learned something. The Bijan thing had something called PDD. Some of you put that. I didn't even know that was a thing because I've never used it. I know people who use Bijan. It's a type of color. It works for them. My mother is one of them. But you guys were teaching me stuff. I didn't know so many things out there people are allergic to. But for us, okay, so when a client comes to us for the first time, and this is information for people that doesn't come to us, but they get their hair done, say you might now be starting your Loc journey, you want to switch from you doing your own hair and go to someone, or you want to switch to another person doing your Locs, fine, whatever. First thing for us, what we do when a new person comes, and I'm going to tell you about this sister in a little bit, what we do, we always ask them during the free consultation, hey sir, ma'am, are you allergic to any products at all? And though we don't use products, Jimmy started to list them, right? It's not a lot, but everything is naturally used, right? The reason for that is you might have that one person in the world. Let's say applesauce is one of the things we use to wash hair with. It's an example. I don't use applesauce. I have to be careful and put disclaimer on everything because you don't take me serious and not understand I'm using examples, right? She might be one of the people in the entire world that's allergic to applesauce. So it's important we know what people are allergic to. So with that being said, I can't do everybody's hair, right? Many of you have to go to other people. Before anyone puts something in your hair, you need to find out what, hey ma'am, sir, Kevin, Locs by whoever, whatever establishment it is, what are you putting in my locks? If you know you're hypersensitive, like this sister, and I'm going to talk about her in a little bit, you need to find that out. A lot of locticians or hair professionals, they mix their own concoctions, and I got that. I knew that personally, but I got that from a lot of you left that comment saying you went to somebody and the mixture they make, affected hair. Not like it was done on purpose, but there might be one ingredient in their mixture that they're allergic to. I have a sister in Jersey, Claire Billen is her name. I love her last name. And the reason why I love her last name, she was planning on getting her PhD, and Jimmy and I was excited to call her Dr. Billen. Hi, Claire. Yeah, I know. She would have been Dr. Billen. But anyway, Claire is highly allergic to shea butter. Anything with shea butter in it. Highly allergic. And how she found that out is one day she used a color by Shea Moisture. I didn't use it. She used it. And she said she broke out, her lips were swollen, her ears were swollen. So that's how she knew, right? I've had people who say they're allergic to lemon. I've had people who say they're allergic to a lot of our clients. So even though I am a castor oil fanatic, I know my clients, she being one of them, and I'm going to talk about what's in my hand just now, is highly allergic to castor oil. Though you guys hear me talk about rose water all the time, there are clients, as soon as they sit in my chair and I start doing their hair, because I'm repetitive and I move very fast, I have to take my rose water spray and move it away from me, because as soon as I'm done, my natural reaction is to grab it and start spraying. So if I reach, she is one of them. If I reach for it and it's not there, I'm going to remind it she can't use it. Okay, it's not like I forget she's allergic, it's because I'm moving fast, right? So you have to ask the person, hey ma'am, what are you putting in my hair? Or you can do like this sister. So let's talk about her now. When she first came to me, and she's saying it, she's right here. We used the oil. She was fine. As she's getting older, something is happening to her body. She's a healthy sister, beautiful sister. Something is happening to her body, not just the oils, even food she eats where she's not. See, she's shaking her head. She's now noticing things she ate years ago. She's highly allergic to it, including the things that's topical. Topical meaning on the top of the skin, right? So oils, even stuff for her body. Did you say you can't use lotions anymore?
certain
lotion. And she been using lotion her whole day life. This has started happening about 4 or 5 years ago, because it's been 4 or 5 years since we've known each other. This is the length of her hair. When she first met me, I still have her original picture here, was right by her ears, right? In fact, when I first met her, I was the one who washed her hair. I think she was the last of that group of people when I still washed, before Jimmy was washing, right? So what she does, she's one of the only person, no, one of the girl in Jersey does it. She has to come with her own oil. It's not like I don't have the oils, but she has to mix it herself to know what works for her. There was a point Nemo oil worked for her. After about 6 months, she's like, Yanni, I can't use that no more.
No, it was coconut oil.
The coconuts, right.
Right. That's neem oil there.
So this one is neem oil. Okay, I know one out of the two, because she said, you know what, because I don't use coconut oil on clients, and she said, that's what helps me. I got to use it. Then I said, okay, use what works for you. And then she came back, she's like, Yanni, I can't use that no more. It's breaking me out. So every time she comes, every now and then, she has to make her own mixture and switch her oils herself. So she walks with about it here, Yanni. I put it on the stove, get it nice and warm for her to treatment, and we use it. So I use none of my oils. I push my oils to the side, so I'm not grabbing it to oil her scalp. So if you know you're oversensitive and you're going, even if you don't have locks, because I know not everybody with locks watch my videos, they are natural hair people. Hi guys, I love you guys too. Right, Caucasians, people from all over the world, wherever you're from, I love all of you. Please follow this. If you know you're hypoallergic, you have sensitive skin, even though what the story I told about me and my badges, it was a real story. That thing felt like if somebody poured gas on my scalp and lit a match. That is how bad that miracle. So one of you say it was miracle grow they put in my hair. Yeah, years ago. And I don't have allergies. I've had surgeries. Every time you have surgeries, they ask you, are you allergic to anything? I have none. Years ago, I did a food allergy test. And if you've ever done that, it's something where they put on your hand. I did it because they were doing experiments and you get paid. It's like a human guinea pig. It's a real thing. You get paid to experiment on stuff. And I was doing a experiment, and one of the things they had to do was run a food allergy test. And I remember the doctor saying somebody's always allergic, to say I'm not. And when she did it, I had no allergies. So that was rare happening to me. Growing up in Trinidad, we use grease. I don't use grease now. That's a cloggy thing. But whatever that lady used on my hair, as I said in the last video, it really had my body swelling and itching. So another thing too, last but not least, so walk with your own oil if you're hypoallergic, or there's serums. If a client, now she has healthy hair, if a client comes to me and their hair is damaged, now I'm a castor oil person, I mix my oils, but every now and then there's a serum, a particular serum, you all who know me know the couple of serums I use that's made by other people. I send a link, I let my clients order it. But before I tell them, just go order it and put it on your scalp, I give them a tester. So this is what a test is, and this is for you. This is for the people who go into beauty supply stores and just pick up any old oil or whatever and open it. Oh, this smells good, let me try it. And you don't know that there is one ingredient in it that you're allergic to, or two ingredients mixed together create something that you're now allergic to. So you have to look at all of that. So what I do with my clients, I do a tester. I'll say, hey Karen, touch your center. What's the center of your hair? Right there? That's your center? Good. So most of us, if we're going to itch, we're going to itch in our center. And what I do is pretend this is my serum, right? Again, an example. I will take a drop of oil and just take my finger and gently rub it in. That's the first tester the client is going to get. And I'm going to tell Karen, pretend she's meeting me for the first time, or she has damage here and she's using one of the serums I recommend. I say, Karen, I don't want you on your scalp with nothing for about 2 weeks. You need to let this sit. If you feel any type of itching or flaking, that means you're sensitive to this oil. I will also take right here on Karen's hairline, right there, because most of us, if we're flaking or itching, the first place we're going to notice it is on the hairline. Just a couple drops, and I'll just rub it in and just leave it right here after I do her hair. And the next place I'm going to check, the other tester, is the nape of the neck. Because most of the times, because as we sweat, our sweat trying to pool right here, right? So one place you want to do is the nape of your neck. A lot of times when we start itching, hardly ever is the whole head. It really starts at one spot and it spreads. So if you're trying, if you're doing it, you go to a beauty supply store or somebody is doing it for you, or you're mixing something yourself, something you bought, do not spread it all over your head. Yes, okay, you can say, okay, this work and throw away the money, but do you want to put yourself through a bad allergy, or not even an allergy, or some type of sensitivity where you're up all night itching and scratching or something like that, when you could just put it on one spot? Now, if Karen has a reaction to this fake serum I'm using, the place that is going to itch will be that center. So she's going to start itching and be like, oh my God, why is there? Oh yeah, Yanni put that tester in me. Then she will text me and be like, hey Yanni, yep, that thing had me itching like crazy. So, and then I'll tell her, okay, don't use that. Now I want to use this and do the same thing. Okay? So that is just some examples for you guys before you put, and thanks to the people who inspired this content I'm posting today. When I left that comment section open, I was reading some of you saying how many bad things, and I'm really sorry to hear it. I saw some people say from coconut oil to shea. Somebody said flaxseed gel. Who would think I did a video on flaxseed gel to say if you want you can use, and somebody said they're allergic to it. You never know. Now remember, don't look at it like if, you know, well, everybody's allergic to something. That's why I'm not even saying what's in Karen's concoction, because this is her oil. This is her mixture. Find what works for you, right? Again,
your lady that did baby oil.
Oh yeah, one day I will talk about that. That's a whole other story. A client who put baby oil in her hair. Yeah, y'all will not. That's a story that will blow all your mind. It actually turned out good. I always say I won't tell that story because people go run buying baby oil, but it just shows how everyone is different. What will work for one person may not work for you. A lot of you are having hair problems, scalp problems, because social media posts a lot of stuff. That's why I'm vague in what I'm posting, because y'all follow everything and not realizing, you know what, she's just talking in a general statement. This is not meant for me. Like we Trinidadians say, eat the meat and throw away the bone. You're not supposed to take everything that you see on social media. I saw somebody mention that in the comments under my video. Everything they mention on social media, I put it on my hair and it made my hair itch like crazy. Okay? So before you, another place you can test the oil, give me a hand, queen. Turn this way. Let me stretch your hand out. Right in the center, in between your elbow, because the skin right there is different. So it's a very thin type of skin. That's why when people are drawing, phlebotomists are drawing blood, they like to go there. All right? So where you're going to itch is right there. Right? So if you're not sure, just put it right here, rub it in and just leave it. When you do the tester, take like a week and a half before you put any oil on it. You have to let it sit to see. Because if you do the tester today, let's, like the example I used with Kay right here, she does the tester today and she's like, all right, tomorrow this thing, the oil didn't have time to get absorbed into your system. Okay? So just wait. And do not feel the need to try everything you see in a beauty supply store or you see somebody post on social media. Even if it is me, do not do it. Like, just take what works for you. At the end of the day, your head is your head. You're not Karen. You're not a doctor who Junior is washing. You're not me. Find what works for you and stick with it. That's another thing. You guys have something that works for you, and then next year come. And clients have tried that with me, like, why are you using something different? I just wanted to try something. Stop reinventing the wheel. That's why your shit gonna fall out. Because you had something that was working for you for 25 years and all of a sudden you decide you've been using castor oil since the dawn of time, since you start your Locs, and because somebody posts a video saying, oh my God, I'm trying this new concoction with mud mixed with cornflakes and a dash of pixie dust, you do that. You see my point?
Not the pixie.
Pixie dust, I know. I don't know where the fuck they get pixie dust from. I'm just saying, because yes, all right. So I hope this video helps people. I'm going to do her hair right now. Karen here is growing lovely. She has that type of locks where her new growth grows with her locks. So, you know, that's how her locks grows. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's a thing, right? But it grows away or it grows from or with, whatever. It's just her, that's how her hair grows. You guys worry about the wrong things. All right, you guys are going to see this in the end. Yeah, pixie dust. Like people just put shit in the hair. I know. Okay, guys, we are done. This took like about 35 minutes. All right. Yep, I moved that fast. All right. So again, and we forgot to mention something. Right now, the center of her scalp is itching, and it had nothing to do with her oils. As I said, as she got older, something changed in her body because my clients, we always discuss stuff. And she made some desserts for her church group, and she was tasting it. The sugar had the center of her hair itching. So as I said, we are all different. Find what works for you. Stop putting a bunch of different oils in your hair. If you go to, this is just a recap, you go to someone new for the first time, ask them, ma'am, sir, what are you putting in my hair? And do not be ashamed to say, no, please don't put this in my hair. I came with my own stuff. Please use this. Remember, you are in control. The money is in your pocket. Do not let people put stuff in your hair and you know you're sensitive, or you're not sure if you're sensitive, and you saw what happened. Read the comments. I'm going to post this video right after that one. So if you're watching this, go back to the video before this about what my story and what happened to me many years ago before I was doing Locs. Okay, so keep it simple. Use one oil. If you are allergic to something, just don't use it, and do your due diligence. Find out what works for you, and or get a substitute. Okay, that's it. All right. Be blessed, everyone. How does your hair feel?
Feels awesome.
Feel awesome, right? Is the itching still there?
Nope.
All right. Okay. We put an anti-itch on you because you might be allergic. All right. The other says this. I will see you in October, God willing.
Thank you.
Beautiful hairline. Turn forward so they can see a beautiful hairline. Look at your knees. Yeah. Look at that. No, I meant not all the way down there so they can see a hairline. Beautiful hairline. Stay tuned for more videos, guys.